It seems like I keep on coming back to this, the same spot with a new one, another chance to miss. I feel like a bad drummer who keeps missing the beat, like a broken record player that's stuck on repeat.
It has been a fat minute. I recognize that it's been almost 6 months since I've put out an episode, and I should probably change my bi-weekly to bi-annually on my podcast description. There are reasons for that. I have moved out of the country, so to say the least, I've been a little bit preoccupied, but that does not mean that we are not going to get right back into this, because I miss making podcasts. I really do. It's this unfiltered way of communicating, expressing myself that's even more expressive than a song sometimes, because I don't have to censor and rhyme. I can just speak and say it how it was. So without further ado, welcome back to Boy with a Heart. This episode's a little bit different than the previous ones, because the girls that I'm going to talk to you all about, I was not attached to them at all. Like, I didn't have feelings for them. They were just friends. As a result of the situations I put myself in with these friends, they almost became something else. As I was recalling my memories, i.e. scrolling through my Snapchat memories stories, I stumbled upon a situation that had happened the first semester of freshman year that I didn't want to miss. I know we thought we were done with freshman year, but there's too many mistakes I made in freshman year to glaze over. I was in an acting class with one of my sister's friend's boyfriends. Certain girl named Joanna also went to our church, and after church one Sunday, we were just, talking. We were like on our phones, and then she took my phone and took a selfie of us, and didn't think much of it. We were friends. The fact that she had a boyfriend wasn't something I had really thought much about. I just, was like, I was friends with her. She's my sister's friend. Like, oh, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not going to be interested in her. So what does it matter if I post this picture on Instagram where all my followers can see and say, smiles for Sunday or some silly thing like that? Again, keep in mind, I was young. Yeah, young and naive, because that one picture would come back to haunt me. My friend Joanna was going to get in trouble with her boyfriend because why are you taking pictures with another guy and having him post it? Like, are you cheating on me? Like, what's going on there? Suffice it to say that acting class became a little bit more awkward, and the tension between me and her boyfriend, it was palpable. We didn't talk much after that. Even though things were explained, and she wasn't even upset with me that I had done it. She just was like, I wanted to know why I did. Like, it's not like we even had anything there. There was never any sort of feelings. It was just I'd posted the picture because she was with my friends, and I liked having my social media full of my friends. The fact was, it was just us two, which was the problem. So I thought I learned my lesson with Joanna to not post pictures of me and someone I'm not into or someone that has a boyfriend. But the next thing I'm going to talk to y'all about shows that I did not learn it. So fast forward a little bit, second semester of sophomore year. That was the next time I could remember having any sort of thing with a girl. And this was not at public school. This was when I was homeschooled. I had turned 16. I wasn't allowed to date till I was 16. And so I took out my sister's friend, someone else. We'll call her Jenna. We got Joanna, freshman year, Jenna, sophomore year. So I took her out on a date. It was supposed to just be chill, hang out, get some food, nothing involved with feelings. It was just so I could have an experience of a real date. So my sister got a date, and then we went out and doubled. So I'm with Jenna, she's with her guy, and we had hung out in groups before, so it wasn't awkward for us to be there, but it was mostly so I could become chivalrous and learn all the things how to date, right? So it was fine, but we had taken a picture, which I decided to post after we were done with the date. And this certain girl, Jenna, did not have social media, so she didn't see I posted that picture. I don't know why, I just liked cataloging my life. I didn't think anyone was going to get hurt by it. I just wanted to keep my memories. So I posted on Instagram and said, first date was a success. Yeah, no, that was the worst thing I ever could have done. So it was a picture of us four. I didn't specify that, it was a first date in general. It wasn't the first date with her, so we were not dating, but it was obviously confusing, and I don't blame anyone for thinking that we were starting to go out. I had no feelings for this girl. She was just a family friend. She's my sister's friend. We were good. We were close. So she also got talked to by people at school. Luckily, she didn't have a boyfriend at the time. She was talking to someone though, and he definitely had something to say about that picture because he saw it too and was like, yeah, what's going on? So she didn't get too much flame for it, but they were definitely people asking her if she was dating me as a result of me posting this picture. Pictures have power. Posts have power. If you don't want someone to think you're dating someone, don't post them. It's as simple as that. All right, lastly, a couple weeks after this situation, one of my friends had turned 16 who also wasn't allowed to date until then, and I decided that I was going to be the one to show her what is a first date supposed to be like. So I took her out as well. Now, my sister wasn't friends with her, but she decided to come along and double with me again with the same guy. So it was like part 2 with one of my friends this time. And I just was so not into it because I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even realize until on the date that I just didn't really have feelings for this girl. I just had wanted to go out with her to look good to other people that I was dating because I was still new to this dating scene. I was like, yeah, I want to make sure people know I'm dating. And I also wanted to help her have a good time, but it doesn't work like that. If you're not into someone, it's hard to have a good time when they might have feelings for you and you have to reciprocate with a fake feeling, or when you have to act a certain way to seem like you're into them, or just in general. If I wanted to have a good time with her, I don't know why I didn't just ask her to hang out. I had to be the gentleman and I had to ask her out. And then here I am stuck in this date. My sister and her date are just talking up because they're comfortable around each other. And here I am just shaking my head what am I doing? I don't have any sort of feelings for this girl, and it's just awkward now because I'm not talking much, and I had given her free merch too, so it was a lose-lose. It was bad. I got a handshake at the end of the date. It was that bad. I was just setting myself up for failure every single time. It was I didn't even know it till it was too late. All these things had happened, I didn't recognize in the moment. And so looking back on them, it's so easy for me to be why would I do that? Why would I do that when I know that it was expected that people would think a certain way? Or when I would spend money on someone I wasn't interested in? Or was doing it just to be a gentleman? No, feelings are a thing. You can't play someone like that. You can't pretend to be into someone just because you're trying to be a gentleman. You should not go out with someone if you do know them and you know that you're not going to go somewhere, and the expectation is not laid out previously that you're just going out for fun. If I would have asked her and been hey, this is just going to be for fun, I'm going to take you out, let's just do that. But the expectations were not set. So she might have been thinking hey, he's into me, he's acting boring, what's going on? So I would just want to say, from what I learned, is that setting the expectations and the intentions behind any sort of date or especially a post. If you're going to post something, just make sure the other person knows you're going to post it, because you don't want to have them get upset with you when all you're trying to do is show that you care about them by posting them. So set the intentions and set the expectations prior to going out or posting anything. You'll do yourself a favor. This is kind of a really silly episode for me to make because it wasn't I was even interested in any of these girls, but there were still lessons I learned. So we'll leave it at that. We'll see you guys again, hopefully within a week, because we're going to try to get back onto this bi-weekly or at least once a week schedule. That might be more realistic. Thanks for being a loyal listener. Boy with a Heart is out. Peace.
That's why I feel like I'm a little offbeat. My life's a broken record player stuck on